audio channels.
I'm gonna go grab my pills, BRB.
Yeah, you go
Okay.
do that. I'll do this and do that. Okay, cool. Wait, were we here?
I think.
I can't remember. Yes.
What's the late? Okay. Yeah, we were here. I think we were here. Yeah, I remember. This is the last scene I remember.
I thought our last thing was with Gina, or I don't know. I don't know.
It's with this guy here with the mustache.
Let's see, compressed connection. Move to the that way.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems right. Right.
16th of April.
Yep.
Okay. Here we go. Stream start. Yes. No matter how many times I come here, I always get the same sense of apprehensiveness somehow.
You think the place is oppressive? I think it's normal.
How so?
I mean, look at that suit of armor over there. You can't take that seriously, can you?
Maybe it thinks the same about you.
I think that's Strongheart.
I think so.
So everything is clear with regards to tomorrow's arrangements, I trust.
Yes. Thank you very much.
There they are. Susato-san and Lord Strongheart.
I wonder what they're talking about. They both look very serious.
Very good. There is nothing further to discuss. You may return to your lodging. No doubt you have much to do in preparation for your return to your homeland.
Wait, what did he say? Your return to your homeland? Susato-san!
Oh, Mr. Naruhodo.
What was all that about?
Ah, Mr. Naruhodo. Thank you for coming to collect your colleague.
What's this all about? Why were you talking about Miss Susato's return to homeland? And tomorrow?
Tomorrow? But what about Ginny's trial?
You mean... She's being formally charged now. Oh dear.
Mrs. Otto, what's this all about?
Oh, please don't concern yourself, Mr. Naruhodo. It's only me going back to Japan. Your life here can continue
That's
just
not
as...
what I asked! What happened? Why are you leaving?
It's my father. He's fallen ill.
Oh no!
Professor Mikotoba?
I think I was this guy, wasn't I?
I think. Go ahead.
If I may.
Yes, sorry?
You must be the defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, I believe.
Yes, that's right.
My name is Yujin Mikotoba. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at Yume University.
We received an international telegram from the Empire of Japan informing us of the news.
10 days ago, father collapsed with a fever. The cause is apparently unknown. And it seems he grows weaker day by day.
I don't believe it.
As you are aware, the voyage from here to your country's capital, Tokyo, takes some 50 days. I thought it would be prudent to hasten Miss Suzuto's departure as much as possible.
Yes, absolutely.
I will leave London first thing tomorrow morning.
I can't believe this is happening.
Dojina has been charged. She'll have to appear in court.
Yes. She was formally charged a few hours ago. And the date of the trial has already been set for tomorrow.
No, not even 24 hours later?
Gina? Ah, the Lestrade girl, and the murder of the Baker Street pawnbroker. Yes. An all too transpicious case. The pickpocket was clearly disturbed mid-robbery and shot the man in a panic. No, the yard is overstretched as it is, without wasting time on these open and shut cases.
It's not wasting time. Ginny would never do something like that.
Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, yes, Lord Strongheart.
In deference of your fine services to date, I shall overlook this young girl's insolence. But I have no recollection of admitting a child into my office. Leave. Now.
Of course, Lord Strongheart.
Criminals will tell the most palpable lies in order to evade justice. The police can ill afford the time it takes to unravel all their untruths. Meanwhile, more crimes are perpetrated. We have far more serious matters with which to contend.
Serious matters? Didn't Gregson mention something like that yesterday?
Yes. Inspector Gregson made a similar remark yesterday.
It's no concern of yours, though I'm sure I need not remind you of that. 3 minutes precisely until my next meeting. You must excuse me.
There's just one more thing, Lord Strongheart.
Which is...
It's Ms. Lestrade's trial. I wonder if you might permit me to defend her.
A timely suggestion.
Sorry?
The girl currently has no representation.
But that's not fair! Yes, she may be a pickpocket, but she still deserves a fair trial.
Do not misunderstand me, young lady. The government provides for those too poor to afford representation with a public defender. The accused need only sign the relevant paperwork, and a defense barrister will be assigned to the case. However, the young girl in question has refused that right.
Why would she do that?
A question you would do well to direct at Miss Lestrade. You'll find her at the local prison.
Yes, thank you.
Now then, it's time I was leaving. Good day to you.
What a day. Gina charged with murder. Suzato-san about to leave.
Come, Mr. Naruto. Iris, you must make haste.
But, Susie... You're leaving for Japan tomorrow morning, aren't you? Don't you have packing and things to do?
As Mr. Naruto's judicial assistant, my personal circumstances are of no consequence. My sole purpose remains to help you in whatever way I can.
Thank you, Miss Suzato. That's a very pensive look.
I think we ought to visit Gina first. In any case, I should like to wish her well before I leave.
Yes, that sounds like a good idea. Let's go.
If I'm honest, this has completely thrown me off. I'll just have to do what I can. As a lawyer. Okay. By moving to the prison.
I just thought of the dumbest joke.
Alright, what is it?
It's
Let
like,
it out.
Lord Strongheart, what's his cousin name? Weak Pancreas?
Wow.
I'm sorry.
You're right, that is the worst joke.
Alright,
I'm sorry.
you're fine. Hello again, Gina. Oh boy. Here we go. You're the gun. Yep.
What are you lot here for now?
To have the muzzle of that grenade launcher shoved in our faces yet again, obviously.
I think I need to improve the way you load ammunition into that thing, don't I?
Look. You can come as many times as you like, but I ain't got nothing more to say to you.
Oh, we already talked already. Okay. Did you lag?
Gina. Oh, did you not hear me?
Oh no, now I hear it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
We can hear you.
I wonder if you might hear me out. There's something I'd like to say. What? I'm sorry to say that I must reluctantly bid you farewell. Eh? Farewell? Tomorrow I must begin my journey back home, to Japan. I fear we may never meet again. Oh, right. I've had the pleasure of meeting so many lovely people here in London. Have so many wonderful memories. And yet, as things stand now, it'll be a glum parting indeed. Poor Iris is so miserable.
Susie.
Well, that ain't my business. Both Iris and Mr. Naruhodo believe you to be innocent, Gina. They've put their faith in you. But somehow, you can't find it in your heart to put your faith in them. Yeah, that's right, I can't. What of it? It grieves me greatly to have to say goodbye to my friends when they are clearly so unhappy. Because of you. What? It's my fault! Yes. So I have one final request, Gina, before our paths never cross again. Right here and now. I want you to show both of them that you don't deserve the faith they've invested in you. Eh? Only by doing that will you truly be as alone as you claim to be. What are you talking about? What do you expect me to do, eh? You've told us that everyone lies. So prove it! By admitting one of your own untruths.
What about what you said before, Ginny? You said something about unforgivable lies.
You must tell Mr. Naruhodo and Iris the truth now. That is my last request before I leave. My last request as a judicial assistant. No, I can't.
Whatever these lies are, they're obviously weighing very heavily on Gina's mind. Gina, I could be wrong, but... is it something to do with what happened 2 months ago? Something about that trial? The one in which Magnus McGilded was acquitted? The case of that mysterious murder that took place inside the omnibus. You were called as a witness by that prosecution. Is that what this is about?
Yeah, you're right. Because in that trial, I lied. I lied like you wouldn't believe.
Will you tell us about it now?
Like you said, it all happened 2 months ago. The coppers got hold of me and shoved me in the witness stand.
And based on your testimony, Mr. McGilded was declared innocent.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I lied about a whole bunch of stuff.
I knew it.
What sort of things did you lie about? I was hiding under the seat that night. That was the truth. It was pitch black in that little cubbyhole. Couldn't see a thing. And then... I heard that loud thud, like someone falling on the floor.
And that's when Mr. McGilda discovered you?
Yeah. He pulled me out from under the seat and sat me next to the dead man. There weren't much light to see by, but when I looked at me hands, I had the cove's blood all over them. Cove?
Oh, well.
I was so scared I couldn't even speak.
You had his blood on your hands? In other words, it was Gina that the witness on the roof deck saw throughout. Bleh. It was Gina that the witnesses on the roof deck saw through the skylight.
Then Mr. McGilded started asking you questions, I suppose. Who you were and why you were hiding under the seat? Yeah, he did. Only, it's not all.
What do you mean?
I mean, he threatened me.
Threatened you how?
He made me swear about what I'd seen and what I'd heard. And about what he was gonna do after the cove was found dead. And he made me swear I wouldn't tell no one about any of it. If I did that, he said he'd let me scarp before the cops showed up. I say coppers or cops, sorry.
It's okay. Gina, you must tell me what he swore to you to secrecy about. What you saw, what you heard, everything. Whoa. You said McGill had made you swear not to tell anybody what you saw. But you were in the pitch-black compartment under the seat the whole time, weren't you?
Yes, with Mr. McGilded sitting above your head, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that's true, but... It was when I heard the thud of the cove hitting the floor. I let out a little scream, see? Couldn't help it. McGilded heard that and dragged me out by my arm, and that's when I saw it. It was on the floor next to the old geezer what had been stabbed. Disc, all bright and shiny. A disc?
Do you mean?
Yeah, that's it. The one the D took off me at Winterbanks.
So the music box disc was there, on the floor of the omnibus?
Not for long. McGilded spotted it right away. He picked it up smartish and stuffed it in his inside pocket.
So that disc was in the omnibus 2 months ago, at the scene of Mr. Mason's murder.
And the bog trotter told me. I want to mutter a word of it to no one. Because it was so dark under the seat in the cab. I was straining my ears the whole time. After a while, I heard the door and footsteps inside the cabin.
Presumably that was presumably that was McGilda getting on board.
Nah, not only him.
Oh?
Because I could definitely make out the footsteps of two people. In that case, it would seem likely that it was Mr. McGilded and the victim.
Mr. Thrice fired Mason.
In his testimony during the trial, Mr. McGilded claimed he slept during the carriage ride.
Oh, blackjack.
But whenever I'm in a carriage, I'm taken with a fierce tiredness, and I always succumb to it.
And your own testimony, Gina, supported this. All I could hear was the Irishman snoring. That weren't exactly true. Neither of them was asleep. I could hear him talking the whole time in low voices.
What? What were they talking about?
Sorry, I know. The sound of the horses and the wheels was too loud. But that still tells us something. Mr. McGilded and the victim knew each other.
So McGilded was lying, as I suspected.
I knew it wasn't going to take long before someone raised the alarm and the bloke had been killed. That the bloke had been killed. Yes, you were quite right. The other passengers on the roof deck noticed very quickly. So when the cab came to a stop, Mr. McGilded told me to hide back under the seat again. Climbed in and waited. The two coves from up top ran off to get the coppers.
Yes, Mr. Fairplay and Mr. Fast.
Right. And after they'd gone, McGilded asked the driver to do him a favour.
A favor?
Now then, fella, what I need you to do is take this coat of mine and deposit it with a nearby pawnbroker. And for your troubles, let's see now. Aye, I'll give you 10 guineas.
A nearby pawnbroker. You mean on Baker Street?
Crunching.
Oh, audio's...
Okay, I am on the case. Click. Click. There we go.
Yep, you got it. It was Winterbanks. The coachee snapped up the money and ran off to pop this coat as fast as he could. So then, there was no one left in the carriage. McGilded opened the box under the seat. And let me get out of there. But not without conditions. I see.
What were McGilded's conditions then? For letting you go free, I mean.
Not telling a soul. Not for anything. About what I saw and what I'd heard. And there was something else as well.
There's more?
Yeah. This is the most important thing, he said.
I'm after sending the coachman on a little errand for me with some small change in his hand. Now then, did you hear what I asked of him? Did you see anything at all, at all?
You asked him to go pop your weasel, right?
Aye, the fiend's taken me overcoat to deposit with a pawnbroker hereabouts. And I want you, lass, to take the redemption ticket for it, you understand?
What? You want me to have the ticket?
That's right. And I'll come fetch it from you later, sometime within the next 2 months. You're to hang on to it until then, is that clear? And whatever you do, don't lose it.
All right then.
And in case I might happen to be delayed at all, you're to go to the pawn shop, win the bank so it is, and you're to extend the loan after the 2 months is up. If you forget, the article will be forfeited and any old fiend could come along and buy it.
Aye? But I ain't got that kind of brass.
Here's £5. This should be enough. Do we understand each other, lass? Don't try anything funny now. If you go against me.
Yeah, I get it.
Good. And one more thing. In a few days from now, you'll be visited by the police, I've no doubt.
The coppers.
Aye! They'll come asking you to take the stand in court to testify as a witness. So let's just have a wee chat about that, shall we? What is it that you might say, and what is it that you won't?
Ellipses.
Ellipses. Dot.
Irish accented ellipses, no less.
After we'd gone over it all, I piked it. Got as far away from there as I could. I hid the pawnbroker's ticket in some bushes near the scene. I went to fetch it the next day once it got dark.
So Matilda planned it. And coerced Gina into giving a false testimony.
Bet you're ready to string me up, eh? I lied. In that big old courtroom. I told some corkers. The thing is, he said it would make it so he couldn't live in the East End no more. That's what he threatened me with.
What a wicked man.
He knew everything what went on in the back slums. He knew we had no one to look after us. We was all just looking out for each other, getting by together. So you mean Mr. McGilded would have... To not be. He could have had a whole lot of us chased out of there if he wanted. And then, where could we have gone, eh? Nowhere, that's where. So, I didn't have no choice.
Thank you, Gina, for telling us everything.
But I'm for it now, eh? Go on, admit it. You must be livid.
Well, you can make amends by doing me a simple favor.
A favor? What?
Sign the representation papers for tomorrow's trial.
Eh?
If you don't actually want me to represent you in court, you can rip it up later. But we need that paperwork or we can't investigate. The police won't let us.
Investigate what?
The scene of the incident last night. Mr. Sholmes was shot, you see.
You what?
Ali's having a big operation right now, Jenny.
Is it bad? Is he gonna be alright? Sholmes is gonna be alright, right?
That's why I want to investigate. For Mr. Sholmes' sake as much as anything.
Right. So what you're saying is, if I sign that bit of paper, everyone's happy. Is that it?
Something like that. Mr. Zato?
Yes, of course. I have the representation. I have the representation papers here. I don't need someone to stick up for me, though. No lawyer or nothing.
I hope that notification didn't pop up in the stream. No, it didn't.
Yeah, what happened?
Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
Discord notification.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, it was Oh, hi, Phil. Yeah.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Poor Jenny. She's just so lonely.
Well, at least this should mean we can investigate the scene at Windenbanks now.
When we're done there. Words I can talk.
We're having trouble here, I'm sorry. I feel like we've finally cracked Gina. She's opened up to us at last. And now I have her represent. The word of the day, class, is representation.
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 Say it with me. Representation.
Representation.
Good.
It's the word of the day. It's the word of the day.
And now I have her representation papers. No one else knows just what a responsibility that is. Anyway, for now, it means Inspector Gregson can't stop us investigating Windenbanks. Although, something tells me he's not going to be happy about it.
Where is Voltage? Gonna make it today?
He can't today. Or the next week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know how it is. One more investigation part, guys.
Yeah.
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 Here we are again at the scene of the crime. Now to thrust these in... Here we go. Ugh.
You can do it.
Now to thrust these representation papers in Gregson's face and see what he makes of them. Hello again, Inspector. Do you have a minute, please?
Oh no, we don't have a replacement Gregson, do we?
We do, it's Arkham.
Oh, okay. What is it now? You should go home and get some rest.
Here you are, Gregsy. Here are the representation papers. I said it right that time.
Woo!
Your ladyship! Oh! I don't believe it! How the devil did you get that stubborn little ragabash to sign on it? I salute you. That was good work, that is.
I can see you've been very busy here as well. How about some tea? It's a special blend designed to relieve fatigue.
Ah, lovely. Well, let's see now. Yes, I hardly feel tired at all. I'm fit as a fiddle, your ladyship.
Would it be alright if we investigated the scene of the crime, Ben?
Do as you please.
Hooray!
You know where it happened? The door behind the counter.
Yes, the storeroom. That's where I discovered Mr. Winterbank and Gina.
Right. Well, I'll be getting back to business then.
Will you be investigating in the storeroom as well, Inspector?
If I'm perfectly honest, we need to wrap this up before long. Can't afford to spend too much time on it. But there are so many articles to go through, it's taking forever, even with the lads working round the clock. Which is a problem, because there's another case the Yard needs to investigate urgently.
That must be what That must be what Lord Strongheart meant by far more serious matters before.
So what I'm saying is, don't get under my feet, sunshine.
Come then, let's not waste any time. Because I'm only here for another day to help you out, Mr. Nodahodl.
Okay. Move right. They're telling me to move right. What? Wow.
Now, what here looks different?
Ah, look here. Ah, wow.
Ah, yes, a bullet hole. And I can see the bullet is still lodged in the wall.
Presumably, Mr. Winterbank wasn't practicing with his revolver in his spare time.
Ah, well... Mr. Sholmes likes to practice in his drawing room whenever he can. He's very patriotic like that.
Sorry?
It's all there in the Adventures of Herlock Sholmes, you know? Isn't that right, Iris? Ah, did I write something like that? Partly in jest, perhaps. Jest? Oh, he doesn't do it often. It is quite a dangerous pastime.
He doesn't do it often. He shouldn't even do it once.
Forget that for now, Runa. Let's examine this bullet.
What's that around the bullet hole? Is
Blood?
it blood? A suspicious red stain on the calendar.
Aha! I may well be able to help with that.
What?
There's nothing like the sight of blood to get the blood pumping, is there, Runa?
I have a feeling I'm not as bloody-minded as you, Iris.
I'm afraid the sight of blood makes my blood run cold.
There you have it, you see? When it comes to blood, we're all different types.
Yes. What a scientific observation.
So you need this. A gun.
What? Oh no, what is that scary looking thing?
Holly and I haven't actually come up with a name for it yet.
It's a gun.
But as soon as you see it in action, you'll understand what it does.
What?
What?
Kodiak, help us! Nani? Oh. The color of the bloodstain has changed. Ah.
Ah. Does it make sense now?
Yes. I'm starting to think I understand. What does that mean, Susato-san?
Good. It works on the principle that people have different types of blood, you see?
What do you mean, aim for the head, Kodiak? Oh, okay, you're behind.
Yes. Wonderful.
The chemical it fires combines with the blood and makes it change color. So you can identify whose blood it is that you're looking at in a flash.
Oh, that.
Oh, what a fabulous invention, Iris.
Isn't it? Isn't it? I bet Ginny would say it's bleeding great.
So, whose blood are we looking at then?
Well, all the chemical does is turn the blood a different color, so...
Uh-huh.
Just find someone whose blood turns the same color and you'll know who it belongs to, in a flash.
It's more like two flashes, really. Isn't it?
Flash or two, this could well turn out to be a very valuable clue.
That rhymes.
So you must make a note of it in the court record.
Of course, the court record. I almost forgot. We haven't been in there for at least 2 months now.
It has been a while.
Let's keep testing and adding the results of any other blood analysis to the portfolio. Words.
As long as I have reagent left, sure.
Okay, well, let's... I think...
Now where else can we find blood, Mr. Naruto?
Oh. Oh? Well. This is that strange contraption that lets you see pictures of things as if they're right in front of your eyes. It makes you think. When Mr. Sholmes gleefully showed it to us yesterday, we were blissfully unaware of that any of this was about to happen.
These shelves are where the pawnbroker puts articles that have been forfeited on display for customers to buy.
Yes. It's a really strange miscellany? Isn't it?
Miscellany?
Miscellany?
Like miscellaneous?
Miscellany.
Yeah, I think it's miscellany, yeah.
Miscellany.
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 Miscellany. Miscellany. Oh.
The second word of the day, class, is miscellany. Okay. Yes, it's a really strange miscellany, isn't it? Damn it! I mean, who would buy this horse statue, for example?
Ah, the British pronunciation is miscellany. Anyway.
Well, sometimes you can find some real treasures among all the junk, you know? Are you alright, Runo?
Oh, it's just, well, it looks like a collection of useless junks as a whole. But when you pick out individual things... You can't help wishing you owned them. Even that Thor statue.
That's exactly how the pawnbroker works. They're very clever.
I can almost touch it. The horse
You
statue.
can touch it.
I can't
Just don't
touch
break
it.
anything, Runo.
Oh, we're being raided. Thank you, Farron. Hello.
Oh,
Luke.
Hello!
Yellow.
Hey,
Tyrus.
it's Luke! Hi, Luke!
Hi. Hi.
Yeah.
Farron. Hi. Hello. Oh. Okay. Wait, I pressed on that. Where's the music box?
Selene!
Miscellany! Oh, raid! Hi, Tyrus, Farron. Good to see you. We're in the middle of a case now. The last case in the first game.
Oh, yes, look at it! Look at it!
What? This one?
I think this is a part. I think.
I'm fairly sure this contraption was here yesterday as well. Here we are, though I'm not confident I could get it closed again.
Oh, yes, that's the folding stereoscope.
Really? This is a stereoscope? Mr. Shone showed us a picture yesterday that you were supposed to be able to see in 3 dimensions. And yeah, we're having a fun time, guys. Thanks, Farron. But for that...
Yep.
But for that, he used the great big contraption over there.
Ah, well, that's for use in public houses and places like that. It contains a carousel with all sorts of pictures inside. But this little thing is a much simpler design for use at home. There are special shops selling prints you can use in them. I have a little collection myself.
Oh, dude. Advance. My bad. I wonder if I could make money out of these in Japan. It would be keeping my toilet sparkling clean anyway. Okay.
Oh, I thought we were going to get a thing. Maybe later.
Maybe later.
Did you check the music box?
Where's the music box?
Red one.
The red one.
Over to the left, near the grandfather clock.
That one?
There we go. That's a music box. Do you have them where you're from, Runo?
Yes, but I've never seen one as large as this in Japan. Why the shifty eyes, Farron?
Oh, well, this'll be a treat. Shall we have a listen?
Imagine if it just plays death metal.
You know that new sound you're looking for?
Yeah, you just hear like freaking. It's like what?
What do you think? Isn't it a pretty sound?
It sounds like thousands of voices screaming out in pain. It's a beautiful sound, yes, but it's a little hard to enjoy when all the policemen are in the room giving you fierce looks.
Never mind that. If any of them say anything, I'll tell Gregsy to have a word.
Kodiak says rules of nature. Rules of nature!
It just plays that, yeah. Rules of nature! That's what plays out of the music box.
Yeah.
And all the policemen are just like freaking mashing their heads like, oh yeah!
That's about to be great. Iris Wilson, Superintendent of Scotland Yard. Okay, now I can move to the left side and examine the desk. There's the article ledger here and Mr. Winterbank's notes. And, what's this? It looks as though someone has left a little photographic print behind. There's a cat.
Doesn't this look familiar, Bruno?
It does.
Oh, look on the back. There's some writing.
The writing?
Is there? Ooh, show us, Susie, show us!
Ooh.
Imagine if she's like, call me Susie one more time.
Oh dear.
15th February, 10:30 p.m. Article deposited, one gentleman's overcoat.
Oh, thanks for the follow, Farron. And wait, no, you didn't follow. Never mind. You already did. Long time ago.
Why the notification just pop up
Loan
now?
amount
Or...
paid,
No,
£1.
No, I read his little raid notification. Okay, go ahead. Sorry to
Redemption
interrupt.
deadline, 15th of April, 10:30 p.m.
A gentleman's overcoat pawned for £1. Clearly it was a very fine coat. In fact, I think...
Yes, this must be the ticket for the overcoat that Ginny redeemed yesterday.
Thanks for following, Neo Midgar. And is still wearing, which belonged to McGilded. I would never have expected the redemption ticket to be handwritten. I'm a lawyer. I'm professional. Look at me.
Look at me, I'm a lawyer.
I would have never expected the redemption ticket to be handwritten on the back of a phonograph, though.
It seems Mr. Winterbank just used whatever piece of paper he happened to have on hand.
It's adorable. But this photograph of a cat... It looks very familiar, doesn't it? I'm sure I've seen this exact same picture somewhere else recently.
Oh, yes, you're right. Very recently. It's the same as the one Ginny gave us earlier.
Of
Where is
course.
it?
I was forgetting that she gave us that print.
Well, what are you waiting for then, Mr. Naruhodo? Get it out.
Okay, all right. Let the cogs turn.
You made sure the
I'm going to cross my eyes now so I can look at it. Yes, they are exactly the same. No, they aren't, Susato. I see it.
I can't cross my eyes.
I see the difference because the cat is in different angles, but just...
Yeah, they are, yeah.
Might want to change your distance from the screen too if you're having trouble.
Well, if the one in the counter was used as a redemption ticket, perhaps the other photograph that Gina gave us has something written on the back too.
Or you could put them in the stereoscope and then you look silly. I've got it! These two photographs hide an amazing secret. It's already divulged.
A secret? What does she mean? There's two cats.
You must tell us, Cyrus, at once.
Do you really, really, really want to know?
Yes! We need you to tell us all you know about this pair of photographs.
Nope, I'm not going to tell you.
You have to ask me.
But... because...
Ask me, Roto.
Fine. So, Iris, about these two photographic prints. The one we found here on Mr. Winterbank's counter, and the one Gina gave us before. You know, the one that we showed in the last cutscene just a few seconds ago. See, I'm showing them right now again. What is this amazing secret you mentioned that's hidden between these two identical prints?
Actually, that's not quite right.
Sorry?
If you look carefully, the two prints aren't the same. Not exactly.
They're not?
What?
Have another look at them now.
What? You what?
And cross your eyes.
You what, mate?
You what, mate?
Hey, what? What you say, innit, love, bruv? Yeah. Oh, man.
I'm crossing my eyes in various angles.
Control your eyes better, Bruno.
I'm trying.
I'm trying to cross my
I'm
eyes.
trying to cross my
eyes.
eyes as fast as you as well as I can.
Oh my god.
You what? You what,
what,
man?
mate?
Minute to where I
Perhaps
see
you should,
one snowman,
you
but
should-
still 2 cats.
What,
You
mate?
should
Innit, bruv?
perhaps click through the photos so the viewers can understand what the fuck we're doing.
Oh, okay.
Can you see that they're just slightly different from each other?
The cats are facing slightly different directions.
I think so. It's very subtle, though.
You what, mate?
Oh, I try. Oh, Kodiak, no!
But what's the reason for the subtle difference between the two plinths? Don't worry, Mr. Nodhodo, we will get another chance.
What do you mean you want to have a go, Phil?
Well, because they're a set, you see.
Oh, you got it, Phil. Okay. You people able to cross your eyes. I hope, Kodiak, you're okay, cause just no, I don't.
This pair of photographs is meant to be used in a stereoscope. Everyone is London raving about. Is Light Rose is raving about them at the moment.
The letter of the day, class, is the letter R.
Why?
We're that is our enemy, class. We can't pronounce any word that starts with the letter R. 6v9? Oh, Kodiak, I'm very smooth-brained today, but okay. Okay. Stereoscope. Why do I feel as though I've heard that word before recently?
Well, because we just talked about it. Oh, yes, that's what Mr. Short showed us yesterday.
Damn.
Listen,
You see, there it is, just over there.
I know, I'm just gonna ask you a question. Ah, yes, of course. That magical machine that makes pictures all look almost real enough to touch. We're all smooth-brained here, Phil.
Well, actually, it's quite possible to see the same depth in pictures even without one of those contraptions.
You what? Really?
You what, mate? Right, mate? Really? You what, mate? What?
You know how a pair of flat photographic prints can appear to have any depth in the first place?
No, I have no idea.
Oh, wonderful! Then I'll be able to tell you.
She's over the moon, bless her. Should we let her explain, though? We really need to carry on investigating the scene.
Yes, do it, Rhoda! Let me explain!
I, for one, simply have to know.
Alright. Oh.
Oh, that's cool.
Have you ever considered, Reno,
Uh-huh.
how our eyes see depth in the world around us?
Uh-huh. Well, I just opened them.
Oh no, the
And-
audio's wonky!
And it works. And I'm resetting the Discord stream, and there you go. And just like that, it works too.
And what do you do?
And
But the reason it works is because we have two eyes.
two eyes. Shocking.
If you try closing just one eye at a time, I think you'll see straight away.
Oh, okay. What?
What you see with your left eye, and what you see with your right eye,
You disappeared!
are ever so slightly different. You get a different view with each eye.
You're not even visible with one eye open! What's going on?
Yes, the
Nobody
position of
knows.
objects seems to shift slightly.
Exactly. And in your head, your brain uses that shift to estimate depth as it merges the two views into one. That's how we can sense depth in everything we see.
Huh. My brain really is amazing, isn't it? It does so much without telling me.
Ah, I think I see. So the pair of photographs consist of a left eye view and a right eye view. Is that right?
Oh, well done, Susie. You're so quick. Unlike Runo over here.
So, if you can persuade your brain to merge the two pictures together in your head, you'd be able to see depth in these prints?
Yes, Runo. You're beginning to understand.
Okay. And a stereoscope's function is to act as your brain and allow you to just do that.
Yes, but as long as you have two images, two eyes, and one brain,
I have those things.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
you can actually do it yourself without needing a stereoscope at all.
Oh, you can? Really?
You'll have to ask me separately.
Oh.
Let's try it. Let's see if you can view this pair of prints without the help of a stereoscope.
Oh yes, I'm dying to have it a go. To have a go.
Suzato-san really loves this kind of thing. She's gonna leave.
You need to be able to cross your eyes. That's the main thing. Can you both do that?
No. Cross my eyes? I think I can.
Watch me and see if you can copy.
Say, make your eyes do
Make
this.
your eyes do this.
All right, let me try. Are you ready, Mr. Naruhodo? How's that? Oh, I love them. They're so cute.
Wonderful. Now it's your turn, Runo.
The trick is to concentrate on looking at the bridge of your nose with both eyes at the same time.
Not exactly an easy task when two people are staring at you cross-eyed.
Alright, that's enough practice. Now let's try looking at the prints.
Okay,
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some water.
you do that.
Alright. Start by staring at one print and slowly crossing your eyes.
Uh-huh. Oh, it does it for us?
You should see two overlapping images like this.
Oh.
You try it now, Runo.
I'm going to have to give it a try, I suppose.
Did the print split into images for you? Now, the next step. is to put the pair of prints side by side like this, and then try crossing your eyes again. The prints should slowly merge together until they form a new single image in the center. Oh, yes! Mr. Naruhodo, it works! I can see it in the middle now. It looks so real! Oh, I could look at it all day!
I wouldn't advise that. Your eyes might start to hurt.
Your turn, Runa. Pretend you're looking through the two pictures and slowly cross your eyes. Can't read while I'm cross-eyed. Keep adjusting the position of your eyes until the two images overlap exactly in the middle.
Like this, is it? Ow, my eyes. Ugh. I give up. White flag.
Yeah, you managed it! So now you know how stereoscopic images work.
Well, I don't know who discovered it, but it really is quite extraordinary.
So what do you think of these stereoscopic prints then, Runa?
My vision's all wonky now. They're certainly amazing, but it isn't easy to get the knack of viewing them properly.
No, so some people find it easier than others. But that's why contraptions like this exist, for people who find it tricky.
You mean we can use that the whole time?
Oh, I recognize that.
Neat.
We saw one over there yesterday, didn't we?
We're suffer buddies, Kodiak. We share our pain.
Oh, you can't do it, Kodiak. If I remember correctly, you press this little knob here. And set the pair of photographs in the stand at the back and...
It's still amazing, even though I know roughly how it works now.
Well, London seems to agree with you. Stereoscopes are very popular at the moment. You can find one of these folding contraptions in lots of households in the capital currently.
But if these little machines are so affordable, surely there's no need to go around staring cross-eyed at pictures like you hate them.
But it's much more satisfying to be able to see the effect with your own eyes. Well, I think so in any case.
Uh-huh. Stereoscopic pictures. I'd never even heard of them until yesterday. You certainly learned a lot about them, spending like 15 minutes trying to figure out how they work, like a children's cartoon in the morning. But I wonder if it's knowledge that I'll actually ever need.
Oh boy. Aren't you in for a treat?
Why you say that? Which reminds me. The back of this photograph was used to write out the pawnbroker's ticket that Gina brought in here yesterday. And the other photograph came from the pocket of Mr. McGilder's overcoat.
You need to examine everything thoroughly, don't forget.
I don't appreciate that everyone's reading my muttering. They're words for me only, and mine alone.
Are you sure about that, Runo?
I wonder sometimes. Okay.
We were examining the desk, and then we got very sidetracked.
We sure did.
Something's funny about this door. Behind it... It's the storeroom, isn't it? That's what Grexy said.
Yes, and that's where I saw that dreadful scene last night. Through the little window in the door. Flashback.
You want it? Yes, I am.
Mr. Winterbank, face down on the floor, with Gina beside him.
As the accused's legal representative, you have the right to examine this scene, Mr. Naruhodo. We must make a thorough investigation.
Yes, of course. And we will. Behind that door. That's the real scene of the crime. What are you doing?
Don't worry. If there are any clues in there, I'll find them.
Wait a minute.
Can we move there?
Wait a minute. I'm gonna...
Converse.
It's asking me to do something, this guide.
Wow, you're using a guide?
Yeah.
I'm joking. It's okay. I would probably use a guide for a game like this too, honestly.
Yeah. It's to keep things
Mr.
moving.
Naruhodo. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's something rather troubling here.
I have noticed.
The red smear, you mean?
Yes. It looks like blood, doesn't it? I wonder if Susanoo-san had picked up on that. Well, in that case...
Yes, we need Iris.
we should show this to her before we forget. Let me... can I present?
I think so.
Oh, I
Yep.
can. This is the first time I did this in this case.
Oh, that looks like blood. Give it to me.
Okay. I would say it's from a gloved finger. Almost certainly a glove almost certainly a glove made of leather.
Well, don't worry, Bruno. You can leave the rest to me.
Okay.
It's purple.
Look at that.
Yes, that's a color we haven't seen before, isn't it?
We simply must add it to the portfolio of blood samples. It could be an important clue. Oh my goodness, I can't enunciate correctly.
Enunciate.
It would be nice to find out whose blood these different colors correspond to at some point.
Well, this particular stain of blood...
Oh, you've had an idea, haven't you? Do you know whose blood this is?
I think... Yes, I have an idea whose blood it is. Not from the color it
Do
turns,
you really, Bruno?
but with a little deduction, I don't. But, you know...
That's right. I think it's clear. Now, Bruno, use your brain.
Uh-huh.
Iris, you know as well?
You fast, Bruno. Who do you think it belongs to? Come on, think about it. Whose blood would have gotten on this?
Alright, I believe that this was the blood of...
Winterbank. Imagine. Is it?
Yeah, I don't know. The guide says this.
Oh my, you think this is Gina's blood?
Yes, it was Gina who bought the ticket here to Winterbanks after all.
But was she bleeding that night, Mr. Naruhodo?
No. Sometimes the simplest answer is the right one.
But Gina doesn't own any gloves at all, and I really doubt she would own any leather ones.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
And Ginny wasn't injured either, was she?
Nah.
We're trying to work out who the blood came from. So we can rule out anyone who hadn't been bleeding straight away.
Perhaps my answer was a little too simple. I have to think this through some more. Perhaps not going through the guide to do who was bleeding. Alright. I believe this is the blood of... I don't know. Yeah. Thrice-fired Mason. Am I right now? That's my first answer, accent, by the way.
Thrice-fired Mason.
You don't sound very sure of yourself the way you trailed off there.
Well, it was 2 months ago now, that's the case. And of course, I'd never met the victim, so I'm struggling to remember his name. He was definitely thrice fired, though. But why thrice?
Why not
Victim
twice?
of the omnibus case. Yes, his name was indeed Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason.
Is it because he... Never mind.
Shot once, twice. No, he shot thrice.
Alright.
Would that mean that this blood stain was left on a ticket 2 months ago?
Yes, I think it was. Gina brought this ticket to Winterbanks yesterday. I'm suggesting that the bloodstain was already on it at the time.
So it was smearing blood from the time that Mr. Mason was killed 2 months ago.
Something else is coming back to me now. Mr. McGilded was also wearing leather gloves that night.
Now, I ask you, what good-hearted soul wouldn't rush in to help a fella bleeding from his stomach? I wasn't about to start wearing my gloves now, was I? I reached out to give the man a hand.
It certainly does look like a leather-gloved thumbprint, this mark. But we know that Mr. McGilded had no injuries at the time, anywhere on his body. From which we can conclude that any blood on that glove belonged to the victim, Mr. Mason.
Mr. Naruhodo, you sound just like Mr. Sholmes.
You give me too much credit, Mr. Zato-san. Minus the quirky slip-ups, I suppose. You know, the quirky ha-has. Damn you, game guide.
Yes, I think you're right, Runel.
Very well. Let's make a note of this.
Woohoo! Now we can move to the back door. Ooh. Ah. Now we can go here. Mysterious. Oh, poor Winterbank. Look at that. Poor Iris. She's clammed up completely.
Iris is bound to find this difficult. After all, Mr. Winterbank's life was taken in this very room only last night.
Where did you go? Hey, wait, Inspector!
What is it now?
What is it now, Sunshine?
You took one look at me and tried to run away!
You think a Scotland Yard inspector would run away from some jumped up little defense lawyer, do you?
Yes! Right now!
I'll just... well... I've never seen a ladyship looking like that before, is the thing. I didn't know what to say to her.
So you weren't running away from me. You're running away from a 10-year-old.
I'm afraid this is all a little much for young Iris. Some gentle reassurance might go a long way, perhaps, Inspector.
Hey! Ahem. Don't trouble yourself unduly, your ladyship. I mean, at least you're not dead, are you?
I don't think that went very well.
Why? Look, I'm in the middle of an investigation. Look, I'm in the middle of an investigation here, Sunshine, and I told you not to get under my feet.
And we have investigating to do ourselves.
Yes. I'd like to hear more of what the socially inept inspector has to say.
Oh, honey.
And inquire into how Mr. Shum's operation is going. Speaking of inept. So, Inspector, what do you make of the crime scene here?
Sure. You got eyes, haven't you? Use them.
So you should.
Here's what it looks like. Nothing more, nothing less. ...
Iris, could you lend me a hand?
So, Gregsy, what do you make of the crime scene here?
Oh yes, your ladyship. Do allow me to humbly explain. Last night, at shortly after the hour of 1 o'clock in the morning, Scotland Yard police attended the scene. The one and only door to this storeroom was found locked from the inside.
So it was locked from the inside.
The lock appears to be broken now, though. Was that the police officer's doing?
Quite right, ma'am, quite right. We took the liberty of smashing the door in as humbly as possible.
Okay. Oh.
As you can see, the victim was discovered prostrate on the floor, thuswise. And next to the aforementioned body, we discovered the ill-gutted child.
Are you talking about Ginny? She's my friend, you know, Inspector.
Yeah, fair enough. Our dear Inspector is a little special, one would say.
Mr. Stroud, the hapless girl, was curled up on the floor, dead to the world.
She's still alive, you know. Yes, when I saw her, she appeared to be unconscious.
And I'm afraid to say, she had the gun that was used in her hand.
No!
Presumably, it's a gun that's still down there on the floor now.
pocket we found and the key to the door as well.
What? The key to the storeroom?
And you say the storeroom had been locked from the inside, Inspector.
Correct. All of which leaves her ladyship's friend in something of a sticky situation, I'm afraid. Obviously, my personal opinion is that it's all some sort of misunderstanding.
Of course it is, Inspector. Of course it is.
Gregsy, do you know anything about Hurley? Is the operation finished? Is Hurley alright? Is he?
Oh, well, the thing is,
Don't mince your words, Inspector. Please.
he's dead.
You don't mean to say that Mr. Sholmes is...
No, the operation's done and dusted. It's just that, well,
Out with it!
yes, ma'am.
No, that's, Herlock, Kodiak. That's the gumshoe of the series.
Well, yeah, I mean, well, they kind of both do detective work, so...
Okay, there are two gumshoes, Kodiak.
They use something called a general anesthetic. It's the latest thing. Renders the whole body insensitive.
The whole body. Anesthetic?
Anesthetized.
Anesthetized, thank you.
Anesthetized. Anesthetized. Wow, we're learning lots of words today.
Anesthetized.
Anesthetized.
All right, the whole body
Anesthetized.
anesthetized. Is that even possible? Oh boy. Thank you, Arkham.
It means the operation can be completed while the patient is fast asleep.
Goodness. In the Empire of Japan, we just managed to provide laughing gas for a tooth extraction.
The trouble is, the latest thing isn't always the greatest thing, if you follow my meaning. They couldn't get the medication to work at first, so it took hours for them to nod off. Here. And now the op's finished, they can't get him to wake up, apparently.
Oh my.
No one knows if the anesthetic is still in his system, or if the bloke's just plain exhausted. But anyway, all they can do is stand back and watch until he comes round again.
Hurley.
The moment he opens his eyes, your ladyship, I swear I shall get word to you.
What a surprise. Even in matters of life and death, Mr. Sholmes has to do things his way. Alright, time to do investigating. Why did I say...
There's blood on the floor, you know what that means.
That's right. The police have marked the position of the body with a chalk line.
I thought you were gonna be like with that voice. That's right, a new car.
I was tempted.
Poor Mr. Winterbank. He was a nice old man.
Well, he was shot just once, through the heart. Most likely, the fellow died instantly. He wouldn't have felt a thing.
Oh, that's kind of sad. This must be his blood then.
don't like to ask at such a wretched time, Iris, but I wonder if perhaps...
Don't worry, Susie. I'm ready for action.
Blue.
Blue.
I'm blue.
So,
Dabble-dee,
now we know the
dabble-da.
color the chemical turns when it reacts with Mr. Winterbank's blood.
And it doesn't matter analysis of the bloodstain we found in the main shop.
No, but let's add the sample to the others we've already collected anyway.
Blood samples portfolio has been updated in the core record.
Nice. That was really fast. Good job.
Thanks.
Okay.
Gun, there's a gun.
Okay.
There's a gun!
Oh. Look at these articles that have been deposited. The room is stuffed full of them.
I can't believe how many there are.
A bicycle, a gramophone, musical instruments, even some enormous paintings, look.
Pieces of different people's lives quietly gathering dust in here together. There's something very peaceful about the atmosphere here. Or at least there would be, if not for the chalk outline on the floor and the policemen shuffling around.
Nom nom nom.
No much I can do about that, Sunshine.
Oh, okay, then.
Gun.
This is a result. This is a revolver. A real one.
And quite possibly the murder weapon used to take Mr. Winterbank's life.
What's the matter, Susie? You and Una look like you're about to faint.
Well, it's just that I've rarely seen a gun in the flesh.
And I've had issues with guns in the past. But anyway, we saw Mr. Winterbank with this yesterday, didn't we? Go ahead, Andre. Just
What's the voice you want for?
do whatever.
I still have to take my own life. There you go.
Yeah. It must be the same gun. Last night, when I looked through the spy hole in the door in the storeroom here, that was the same gun I saw in Gina's hand.
Mr. Winterbank told us that he only ever had a single bullet loaded in his revolver, didn't he?
Well, it's empty now. The one and only bullet he had in his gun has been fired.
So we can be fairly certain that only a single shot was fired from this revolver. Alright. Small box. Out of all the articles in this storeroom, this is the only thing that shows any sign of being ransacked. Nani? Iris?
Nani desu ka? Nani desu ka?
That's the box file that my manuscript was being kept in.
Oh!
What?
Iris's unpublished story. The Hound of Baskervilles. Surely that's not what all this is.
It's a crunching.
I'm gonna fix it! I'm gonna fix Crunch! Here we go!
I'm gonna fix the crunch.
Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you. Must check inside the box at once.
Yes.
Dot, 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 dot.
Ellipses.
Was there? Iris's story was there.
Really? It was? Well, that's good news, isn't it, Iris?
Yes. I mean, of course I believed Tully when he said he deposited here, but still. It's a relief to actually see it.
Really? Because that's not a very well hidden ground.
Iris's manuscript have been entered into the court record.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, the tins. Nope, 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 nope,
Nop,
nope,
nop,
nope,
nop.
nope,
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 nope, nope, nope, nope. I guess that's it.
Let's do one more time. Let's check one more time.
All right, here I go. Nope, 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 no, no. Wait, oh no.
I totally did this in like the original trilogy. Whenever I got stuck, I'm like just like going through the whole screen.
Nope, that's it.
Oh, wait, look at his outline again.
Oh.
One more time.
Oh, okay. There we go.
I was like, one more time?
Nope, nada. Zilch.
Nope. Imagine you just used, if you were like super like fluent in so many different languages, you just say no in like in every single language, right? Like,
Yeah. Iris?
Like, nope, nada, nine.
Don't worry, I'm alright. But we must find the true culprit.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
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 Well, I think that's about it. then.
Yeah, I think so. Okay. Well. Yeah, well, we'll be going then.
Yeah.
Bye.
Oh, okay.
Prison.
Why'd you say it like that?
It's prison.
Gina doesn't appear to be here.
I believe she must be in questioning at the moment.
Oh, but wait a minute.
What is it, Iris?
Oh, if you examine the scene here carefully, there's another possibility, isn't there? He could have slipped the key from the jailer when he wasn't looking and escaped.
Oh my!
Why would she do something like that? It would only make her situation worse.
That would be really funny.
What?
Like every when Iris takes out the gun, you just hear Adaro just be like, "Time to pop a cap in some asses," or something like that. Oh man!
I mean, she.
I could try that.
Like, time to pop a cap in an ass. It's like, oh, okay.
Oh boy.
Calm down, Reno. I was only joking, of course.
Oh. Ugh. You had me worried there. I thought it was a great deduction.
Yes, it must be your way without yes, it must be your way with words, Iris. You're so wonderfully persuasive. Perhaps you don't fully understand the weight your words carry.
Oh dear. I'm sorry. I suppose a light-hearted great detective is a contradiction in terms.
Well, in the same situation, I'm sure Mr. Jones would have just thrown his head back and guffawed.
Guffawed. Go for it.
I'm not entirely sure that's helpful, Mr. Naruhodo.
Well, anyway, it looks like we won't be able to talk to Gina for a while. We should try to make progress with our investigation in the meantime. Oh, so I missed something, so that's why it's been playing this cutscene.
Yes. Come along then, Reno. Come along, Susie.
Ah, dang it.
Now,
Move.
where else have we not looked?
Baker Street.
Do you need to go back to the main shop?
I...
Have we talked with Gregsy?
Yeah.
We have. Go. Maybe you need to look at the desk again.
Wonderbank's shop. Salmon.
The police are scouring every inch of this place by the looks of it.
Instructions from the yard are to examine every article in the shop in every ledger and book of accounts.
Every article? But that's a ridiculous amount of work, surely.
We've been hard at it ever since the shop was declared a crime scene in the early hours. We're sifting through all the ships at least, but still. We'll be working through the night, that's for sure, even though we'll barely have scratched the surface.
A crime in the pawnbrokers. It must be every policeman's nightmare.
It's every copper's worst nightmare, you know?
That's what I
crime in
said.
the pawnbrokers. Yes, what you just said.
That is what I said. Yes, I did.
It's what you said. Yes, you did, sir. Yes, you did.
I was hoping you'd go there. The ledger that's open in the counter really is enormous, isn't it? It must be an awful lot of work to keep track of all these hundreds of items in pawn.
It's too much to think about. Better to sell it all and have a clear head, if you ask me.
But clearly Mr. Windenbeck was very careful when it came to the articles in his care. And I think...
Oh, really? We don't have more to look on the desk? Huh.
That's it.
Wait,
Uh,
look back at the Bobby.
Bobby?
The skull. One of them. Maybe not.
Nope,
Um,
nope, nada,
the jaw.
nada, zilch, no, ne,
Silk,
yeah,
nine.
yeah,
Maybe we need to go try to check up on Hurley.
maybe, or maybe not. Wait. Okay,
the Bobby by the door.
the guide.
No. Wait, what? The guide?
The guide says, examine the shelf. We did that. Examine the small box. We did that. Examine the pistol. We did that. The tins on the right. There were no tins. The blood.
There were film tins,
Yeah, and
but I think they were checked.
they were.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. This officer has been staring intently at the wall since before we came in here. Ah!
Shh, keep it down.
Oh, sorry.
There's a major clue just here.
Really? Then we must kill Pixie at once.
But as soon as I report it, that'll be it. I'll be stuck here even longer.
Stuck here? What do you mean?
I haven't been home in 2 days already. I need another constable to relieve me and take over me shift.
Huh. They really have a tough time, the British police. You keep that?
That doesn't stop us investigating, though, does it?
No, I suppose not. I'm fairly sure it was the calendar he was peering at. Alright. I'll check back just in case. Just in case. Hello, sir. These are the metal tins, or is this one?
Those, yeah, they're already
Look at all
checked.
these articles, blah, 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 no.
What does the guide say?
We checked everywhere.
Should we try taking a bunch of Jonesy?
We can try.
I seem to recall there's one point and click game where you have to click on like the one pixel.
Oh no.
I remember those. Those were the days, wasn't it?
Gotta find the 1 pixel.
The 1 pixel. Time to take a whole 3 decades to get one. Let's do it. Come aboard and join along.
Come on. Na, 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 na.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright. Let's check Mr. Sholmes. No, wrong Sholmes. Hospital. Nothing. What are we missing?
Well, that's it. We don't know what to do. Okay, see you guys.
Oh,
Oh, we can talk to Greg Z again and present the pawnbroker's ticket box. You
that's
have that.
no. We presented that to Iris. Remember? Because
Now we have something else to talk about to Greg Z.
To Gregsy.
maybe I need to examine the whatever. Inspector Gregson, could you give me your opinion about this? Do you think? Oh. Okay. That's not the right answer.
We out here to share, sunshine. Not with the general public.
Ugh.
In that case, Gregsy, how about some herbal tea? Herbal tea. That's the correct pronunciation.
Some herbal essence.
Oh, lovely. To very much. That really hit the spot, your ladyship.
You don't mind sharing that then? Nope, that's not the right answer. Maybe,
Okay.
maybe,
Let's see.
maybe.
Talk to Greg Z. Present the the pawnbroker's ticket. The first one. Which one? Did you
Okay.
look at that?
What?
The first picture of the cat. Did you examine that already?
Yeah, I already did. We found the blood stain and stuff. It's gone.
N-
Wait.
No, this one doesn't have the blood stain on it, and it's
Oh.
not checked.
Oh, okay. Look in the back of this print here. There's something written on it.
13th of February, 9 o'clock p.m. Article deposited 1 small box. Loan amount paid 10 shillings. Redemption deadline the 13th of April, 9 o'clock p.m.
So this photographic print is a redemption ticket?
For an article that was deposited 2 days prior to the incident on the omnibus, it would seem.
Yes, small box. Doesn't tell us much about it, does it?
Perhaps it contains some valuable mementos.
I can't help wondering. Presumably, Mr. McGilded never redeemed the article in question since he still had the ticket. So, isn't it possible that the box is still present somewhere in the shop?
Huh, yes. If it's something Mr. McGilded deposited, we need to investigate.
Okay, now we can show the ticket to Grexy.
Okay, let's try that. Here you go, Greg. Inspector, what do you make of this?
Ah, Oh, what have we here then? A redemption ticket for an article deposited here, is it? Looks like someone ran out of office stationery and wrote the ticket on whatever paper it was to hand. Yes, this is the ticket of Mr. McGilded's overcoat. The one that the old driver turned up with yesterday. Diver.
Oops.
Oh.
My bad. Yeah, you already said it. Oh, actually, it's not.
Really? Think you know better than me, do you?
No,
Yes.
I didn't mean to, but guess.
Yes.
Well, I'm arresting you now.
Oh
That's right, Gregsy. It isn't the same ticket.
Of course it isn't. Of course it isn't. I never doubted you, your ladyship. So, what's all this about then, if I might be so bold as to ask?
This is a second ticket.
A second one?
It seems that Mr. McGilded, in fact, had another article in storage here in Windibanks.
Is that right?
I think we need to discuss this further with the inspector, Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, good. Because he's so ever easy to talk to. Excuse me. This ticket was in one of the pockets of Mr. McGilded's overcoat.
Mary? You mean to tell me?
Yes, there was more than one. There was more than just the music box disc, it seems.
I should have insisted on the lads taking it back to the yard and examining it properly.
Well, according to the details on this ticket, Mr. McGilded deposited another article here with Mr. Windibank.
Yes, I can see it was written here. Small box, was it?
Do you have any idea where it is, Gregsy? Any idea at all? Another article belonging to Mr. McGilded. It could be an important clue.
Well, yes, I suppose it could be. Please, stop looking at me with those big turquoise eyes all full of hope and expectation. It's too much pressure. I'll lose me marbles, I will. I'll go barking.
This is no time for dog impressions, Inspector.
That's enough sauce from you, Sunshine. There is one thing that springs to mind. According to this ticket, the redemption deadline's already passed, hasn't it?
Oh yes, of course. Articles are only held for 2 months.
So the small box will no longer be in here then?
That's right. It's been forfeited.
Which means it could be on the shelves in the front of the shop where the forfeited items are offered for sale.
Yes, the shelves in the front. We must search them at once.
You're wasting your time.
Oh?
There are dozens of little boxes out there. Hundreds even. We can't possibly know which one might have been McGilded's. That information's not written in the ledger.
Well, I think we should at least have a look, just in case.
Of course, your ladyship, of course. Very sensible of you, I'm sure.
This is getting old. Oh, there we go.
Ah! I nearly jumped out of my skin there. How could Mr. Winterbank set such a wicked trap?
I doubt he set out to scare anyone.
Is that really the time? I think perhaps we should pay Gina another visit soon.
Oh?
Her trial is tomorrow. We must establish whether or not we'll be defending her. I think we should ask her one more time. She may have changed her mind.
Don't you remember, Runa? You told her she could rip up the representation papers if she didn't want you to be her lawyer.
Really? Did I say that?
Mr. Naruhodo. Yes.
You did.
Oh, that's impressive.
The deadline for submitting the paperwork is fast approaching.
In that case, we had better hurry back to the prison and talk to Gina again. All right. Now we go to the prison. And we'll wrap this up, this last scene, and we'll call it.
Yeah.
Yee.
Ah, Gina. Good. You're back.
I'm looking at the guide right now, and it actually looks like a pretty long scene.
It does. You want to do this next week?
Sure?
Alright.
Yee.
Never mind. Alright, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week on Tuesday, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Time for more Ace Attorney. And next time we'll actually be in the trial. So,
Dope.
yeah.
Alright, bye-bye.
Bye!
Bye bye.
Bye.